Assalamu alaikum and welcome all. I hope that you all will be enjoying happy and healthy life. In today's video, I will be sharing with you my experience of growing moringa plant in this hot climate of UAE. Moringa plant will be discussed in two parts. In one video, I will be sharing its soil need, light requirement, water requirement, fertilizer and pruning. And in another video I will show you in detail how to repot or propagate moringa plant. So what you see here is my 2 years old moringa plant. I just bought it in 10 dirhams. When I bought it, it was just a stick like this. This was the thickness of the stick and almost the same length. So when I planted this, I planted it in ground, but it doesn't mean that it can only grow in ground. I will show you my moringa, which is in pot also and growing very well. So it became a tree, and after 1.5 years, it gave the fruit as drumsticks. We used it, enjoyed it, and it's really nutritious. We'll talk about the nutrition later in this video. So viewers, let's talk about the soil type it likes. It likes sandy soil so that the water will not log into the roots, but it likes more watering also. Let me show you the soil here. It is more sand and less compost. You can see this is sandy soil, right? This has 60 to 70% sand and rest of it is compost, my kitchen waste compost. If you don't have kitchen waste compost, you can use normal potting mix. And these white pieces which you can see here, these are perlite. Perlite is optional. If you want to use, I use it everywhere in my plants, but if you want to use, you can use it, otherwise no need. Perlite just holds the moisture. Now for moringa, we will talk about watering requirement. Moringa requires a lot of water. You need to water it daily and thoroughly. Secondly, not only watering, it likes showering also. You need to shower it every other day. There are two reasons for that. One is that moringa leaves are very delicate, and to cope with the heat they need a lot of watering. And second thing is, if there are any dust particles, dust residue on the leaves, it washes it off if you shower. If the dust particles will stay on your leaves, it will decolor the leaves. I hope you can see that. And the leaves become dotted. Okay, let me check out if I have something like this. Yes. See, if the dust will stick on it and you don't wash, it will become like this. So you need to water your moringa daily and thoroughly. I water it using a hose for almost 5 to 10 minutes. Now we'll talk about its light requirement. It's a sunny plant. Basically, it likes sunlight, at least full sunlight, for 3 to 4 hours in a day. I have kept one plant in the pot and shade inside. I will show you that plant also, and I'll show you what is the problem in shade. This plant doesn't like shade much. If we will talk about the fertilizer, it doesn't require any fertilizer as such. This plant does very well without fertilizer. As per my experience, I never use any specific fertilizer. If you want to go for a chemical fertilizer, you can give NPK twice a year, NPK solution, that would be enough. Okay, let's talk about the pest attack on the moringa plant. Last year, my moringa plant got attacked by pests. I don't know the name of that pest, but the sign for me was that plant leaves were turning like net. There was nothing, no green color, only net was left in between. So insects were chewing the leaves. And the other leaves were getting spotted. yellow and black spots were there on leaf. Alhamdulillah, this year it's not like that. These are fresh and healthy. But what I did, I just sprayed neem oil solution on that, but I couldn't get effective results. So I decided to cut the plant from the main trunk. This main trunk, I just cut it from here in April, mid of April, I just cut it, okay? And in May, it resprouted. Early May, you can say after 15 days, it resprouted. And now you can see its growth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the 6. Okay, these 6 stems came out. Look at this. And now this is grown taller than the wall. So it's around 9 to 10 feet. And you can see how bushy it is. Okay, so this is my other moringa plant, which is potted in a pot. The other part of my garden, see, it's kept under the shade and it's turning yellow. Leaves are shedding. It was going taller, but it was not bushier. So first of all, I will prune it, then I will water it properly. And this is turning yellow. That's the problem with the moringa plants. It's sensitive to water. I actually ignored it for last 2-3 days. It was quite cloudy here, so I thought, okay, I will just give a break for watering, but that was my mistake and it started turning yellow. See, if there's less water, the leaves start turning yellow. And this is what I was talking to you about, the dust collection on the plant. I did not water, did not shower this plant from last 3 days, and see what is happening to the plant's leaf. So luckily I could show you all the problems the plant can have. Moringa pruning has a technique. You cannot just prune it like this. Like this is the main stem of the plant, for example, this one. You cannot just prune it from here like this. If I will just cut it from here, this is not good pruning. This will not regrow from here. But yes, this is the node, right? From this node, there is a new sprout to come out. If you can see, I hope I can show you. This one will sprout. These two are new sprouts will come out from here if you will prune it like this. Even with your hand you can prune it, and this node will sprout again. All the nodes will have like that, but I'm going to reduce the length of the plant also. So I will cut all these dead leaves. The way is to cut it from the main stem. Like this is the main stem of my plant, and I will just cut it from down. Okay, see, and now the sprouts will come out from here. Last time I have cut it from here, and you can see there are 2 sprouts from this, and they became main stems. Even this stem I will cut because it's becoming leggy and not bushier. So this will make my plant bushier, and plant will get rid of the disease also. Now you can see I have removed all the diseased leaves, and now the plants will inshallah regrow nicely. There are 2-3 reasons, because it was kept under shade, lack of watering, and no sprinkling on the plant from many days. So that's why the plant got that disease, and plant is not bushier, just becoming leggy. So please take care of these things, avoid doing this. Otherwise this plant has the same soil composition, 70% sand and rest of it is compost. Inshallah soon I will share the update about this plant also. Now let's talk about the nutritional value of this plant. This plant is normally called as multivitamin plant or miracle plant. In eastern part, it's used in curries, to make pickles, medicines. In western part of the world, it is used as multivitamin in dry form, in powder form, in capsules and all that. We usually use these leaves in our omelette, on pasta, and I normally use it as coriander leaves also, as an alternate for coriander leaves. These has no bitter taste. In fact, you can add it to your smoothies also. Some people call it drumstick tree because it produces drumsticks. And in Pakistan, it's known as swanjna. In fact, I would recommend that it is an easy to grow plant. Hardly it gets some diseases. If you are watering it frequently, it will not get affected by any insects. Just shower it, water it, that's all. It doesn't have any other requirement. And easy to grow plant in hot climate even, without any fertilizers in sands. So, and having nutritional value. So I would recommend for beginners to grow it. Easy to care plant it is. Inshallah, see you soon in another detailed video about moringa's propagation and repotting. Till then, stay blessed and Allah Hafiz.